I mean, until it's time for all the, what do they call them? The black satanic performers at the halftime. We'll have to settle for Frangela, I guess. Did you hear? That's the latest thing. It's a satanic panic we're in. The QAnon group is warning of a satanic halftime show because, in case you haven't noticed, all the performers are black.
Well, the players holding
right?
down the blackness too.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's so selective. It is so selective. It's really interesting. It's in every way, it's to condemn and purge people of color.
Yeah.
Let me just say this. I don't think we need Black History Month anymore. Okay? This has been Francis, has this not been the worst?
Well, I was just going to say, on day
one,
when day one is bomb threats to historically black colleges, it's not going to be a good Black History Month.
It's already the shortest month.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. We started letting people come to the cookout, and this is where we are.
This is what happens.
This is what happens.
Let me tell you something. Black people don't need Satan. We got white Americans. We don't need Satan. We got racist white Americans. Not all y'all. You people good. You know who we talking about.
Yeah.
We got all those racists.
Not talking about you, Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, okay, can you explain to me?
Actually, I was talking about him.
Yeah, we are talking
Well, no,
about
that's what I was going to say. Is there a way that a white person can use the N-word in the right context 24 times? That's what he said.
But you know what? When Ellie earlier, when he was talking about his experience in college, we had the same problem. We let some friends of ours get away with using the word with the ending. Like, oh, hey, you my N-word ending. And we let him do it once. We didn't really like it, but we're like, we were alone. We let him do it a second time. And then one day it got good to him.
It got real good. It got tasty in their mouth. It was like, ooh, how did you season this N-word?
How did I speak without this word?
So good in my mouth.
I had no adjectives before I found this word. I couldn't describe anything before I found this word. And we had to smack them down, and they were all upset and confused.
Yeah. Well, okay. Rogan had said he initially thought using it, as long as he used it in context, the audience would understand what he's doing. I am asking, is there a context that a white person can use it in 24 times? That is...
No.
Okay.
And you know what? Here's the deal. Joe Rogan knew exactly what he was doing.
Absolutely.
He knew exactly because he wanted to use it. He dared. His whole thing was, come at me. I dare you to come at me for saying it. Yeah. And now people are coming at him, and he's like, and now it's the, but I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, and I can't with the Spotify. I can't with the we will not silence Joe Rogan, but we will quietly edit out things in the background. Yeah. And you're not silencing him. I wish somebody could silence him.
Yeah. Well, he also said the video compilation of him saying the N-word 25 times is a political hit job. He said, it's like, this is a political hit job, so they're taking all this stuff I've ever said that's wrong and smushing it all together. Yeah, that's the wrong thing, is the video editor. Right. He said, it's good. It makes me address some that I wish I had, that I wish wasn't out there. Yes, you probably wish someone did not put it together in a video of you saying it 24.
But now he's the victim.
Right.
Who's getting support from Donald Trump. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, that is what this is about. This is about where you land and who he is. And if you're listening to Joe Rogan, you're in the same bed as the people who support Donald Trump. And that's the truth.
That's right. And Malcolm X said the other day on the show, Stephanie, what do you call 10 guys and one Nazi? 11 Nazis.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were saying, and why is suddenly, I don't know, Canadian truckers have Confederate flags and Nazi flags and Trump flags? What does that have to do with trucking in Canada or vaccine regulations in Canada?
It has to do with the right wing supporting and sending people up there to make sure that we have a problem, that Biden has a problem, that we continue. The Republicans are no longer Americans. They are anti-democracy.
By the way, that was the second story where you mentioned there was a full-on fist fight on a Frontier Airlines flight, forcing them to land. Right. They were New York
But
City
this
to Orlando.
addresses a problem. This addresses a serious problem that we are going to be talking about on the final word in 80 of the week soon, which is the satanic merger between frontier and spirit.
Yes.
Okay. Is that the true satanic panic, not the black, not the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. They get Walmart in there, and that's the end of all time.
Yep.
The merger.
That is the black hole. Yep. Straight to hell.
Yep. That's the end times. You're gonna see the apocalypse because that's two of the spokes of the apocalypse wheel. Okay.
Oh my God.
Frontier and Spirit are not airlines. They are psych experiments.
Can I just
not airlines?
The combined airline is going to be called Fear It.
That's right.
That's a good one, Chris.
Thanks.
This is not a story about what a good person I am, but if you want to take it that way, it's fine. But I just traveled to see my mom because I had to. It was an emergency. And here's what I think the point of the story is I always make a point of thanking every flight attendant and apologizing to them for what they're going through. And here's the point of the story. The fact that they look so startled and grateful when I do it is the story to me. Again, not that I'm such a great person. It's just because I legitimately feel bad for what they're going through and what our society has sort of become. But they literally, the shock on their faces and then the relief and just me saying, I just wanted to say thank you for everything you do. And I'm sorry people are being jerks to you. And they're just like, what? I mean, it's like, the fact that some random act of kindness is so startling now is says everything about where we are. They're more expecting to be punched or to be abused for asking you to put a mask on than they are to just be thanked for what they do,
Which shows you that it's beyond being surprised. They're traumatized.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are traumatizing people in their jobs, which is why we have people in service industries who can go and find another job someplace. Right. They're like, I don't need this trauma. I don't need to be abused by people for a $2 tip.
Yeah, I swear to God, it's like over-startled response. Like they thought I was going to hit them, and they're like, oh, thank you, you're welcome. They're just,
What I like to do is I just say to them when I go, I'm like, look, I'm a bouncer.
Yeah.
By nature, you know, and as a formal career.
Yeah.
So if you need help.
I said that to one of them, to a female flight attendant. I said, if anyone gives you any trouble, I got your back. And she goes, you look like you're skinny, but you look like you work out. I'm like, I do. Right back there.
Let me tell you something. You got that skinny anger.
Got your bag.
That skinny, I got my butter shaped like a bike seat forever anger.
I haven't had sandwich in a decade anger. I got to, right. I travel with Frangela, so I know the new no shoes, no rings rule.
That's right.
I know how to rumble. I know how to go.
She does too, and you're good. You never ask why we're fighting. You just
no.
Your jewelry and go.
You tell me. I don't need a reason. You'll tell me later in the bar.
Yeah, we'll talk later. We'll